And I want to get both your very quick reactions to a story happening in Virginia and Maryland, as Maryland weighs dramatic gun control measures. At least one gun manufacturer, Beretta, is saying it might move to Virginia from Maryland. Mark, this is inevitable, isn't it?
Well, I think that, look, every governor wants to attract jobs and attract private companies to their state. So absolutely, you know, Virginia, I understand. And Pete, by the way, congratulations for throwing your hat into the ring and on the lieutenant governor race, wants to attract business to their state. I don't begrudge them that. But we can't have this discussion about economic, attracting jobs and gun safety and the safety of our school kids at the same time. Okay. These are very separate discussions. And when we're balancing gun laws, we can't be thinking about what are the economic imperatives of them. We need to put kids' safety first.
Problem. Pete, Virginia, just to be clear, hasn't necessarily wooed gun manufacturers. Maryland has driven them away. That's my read of it.
That's exactly it. Tucker, boneheaded liberal policies have economic consequences. My day job is I'm the CEO of a company called Disruptor Capital. I saw this story in the Washington Post. I immediately called and sent a letter with my Disruptor Capital hat on to the head of Beretta and said, hey, look, first and foremost, I started 2 businesses in Virginia. We're a low-tax, low-regulatory environment. Come on over. The water's fine. And secondly, if you want to relocate, my company would be interested in financing it. I want to make Maryland a gun-maker-free zone, period.
So are you saying, Mark, that our school children, you said a second ago that our kids would be safer in the wake of this. Right. You think moving Beretta from Maryland to Virginia is going to make any child in America safer? You want to say that with a straight face to the camera?
I think I'll say with a straight face that in the wake of Newtown, in the wake of Virginia Tech in Pete's home state, where it was the worst massacre by a gunman in American history, this isn't the time to be wooing gun makers. This isn't the time to be having that conversation. Let's wait, have a discussion about gun control legislation state by state and individual states and at the federal level.
And then it's easier to get rid of all gun makers then? I mean, by your logic, why not just ban guns? That seems to be what you're saying.
We're not banning guns, Tucker. Nobody's against the Second Amendment here.
Really?
What we're against is creating a climate.
I would disagree.
This is why our economy is in shambles. You have,
we're trying.
Policies.
I just want to make sure that no politician, Pete included, and Pete, I just complimented you, and I think you've been, you've created 2 fantastic companies. You've been very successful in the private sector, but this isn't the time to be wooing gun manufacturers or making political profit.
These are civil liberties, right,
out of these
Mark?
kinds
These
of
are civil liberties. A Virginian wrote the Bill of Rights, and in 2013, Virginians are going to defend all of our civil liberties.
James Madison probably would have worded the Second Amendment a lot.
Well, wait a second. James Madison would have worded the Second Amendment. Are you saying that there is something immoral about manufacturing guns in this country? That appears to be what you're saying.
No, Tucker, that's absolutely
not
what I'm saying. I will say that.
Wait, hold on. Let me just finish my. Slow down. You just said it's no time to be wooing gun manufacturers. Why is that?
I think it's probably not the best time for politicians to be making an issue of economic development when it comes to gun manufacturers right while we're having this conversation. James Madison, as you know, who wrote the Second Amendment, who wrote the Bill of Rights, who was a Virginian, probably would have written it a little bit differently if he knew that the Second Amendment would have been as misinterpreted as it has been by the gun lobby and politicians that are in their
gentlemen, Pete, just a couple seconds here. We want to sum it up for us?
Sure. Beretta, please come to Virginia. I will help finance it. You will have a wonderful business environment, low tax, low regulatory, and fewer boneheaded liberals. Come on over. The water's fine, Beretta. We need you.
Gentlemen, thank you both very much. I appreciate it. Pete, Mark, thanks.